Hey guys, it's Kip from Famous by Friday Pickleball. Does size matter? Lately, there's been some paddles come out that have noticeably smaller hitting area. The Selkirk Project 006, a great paddle. Love this paddle a lot. Just slightly smaller hitting area. Then the Yobe, the Series 1 comes out. Long handle. Small, definitely smaller hitting area. Love this paddle. It is really fun to hit. The Ethos, the brand new Ethos paddle. Not only a long handle, but just a really smaller hitting area and a different shape entirely to the hitting area. So, does size matter? All along, we've had larger paddles, and the USAPA puts a restriction on the size of those paddles. We've made larger paddles because we've needed the size to have a larger sweet spot and a little more forgiving paddle. Well, now with the upgrades in technology, the thermoforming, the injected foam around the perimeter, the unibody paddle, the carbon that runs all the way down into the handle, it's enabled us to make a smaller paddle, a smaller hitting area, because the sweet spot isn't affected. The foam around the perimeter, all that makes for a bigger hitting area. The sweet spot's already drug out, so you don't need all the space that we used to, at least in theory. So we're starting to see these paddles come out, like this new Ethos paddle, which is a lot of fun to hit. This is a good paddle. It's relatively small. You get it through the air really quickly. It's built for a two-handed player, and it's just able to perform at a smaller hitting surface. It makes you wonder where this is going. So we're going to go look at the numbers, and does size matter? Let's see. So as you can see here, the Selkirk 006 is not that much smaller. It is about 4% smaller than the average hitting area for a traditional style paddle, but it is a little bit smaller hitting area and a different shape. So just looking at it, you can tell rounded top, rounded bottom. Does it affect the hitting area? Does it affect the sweet spot? No, the 006 is a great paddle. So it really doesn't matter that much on this paddle. Now let's take a look at the new Yobe Series 1. So here we have the Yobe Series 1, a great paddle, and this paddle is so much fun to hit. But as you can see, it is smaller. It is about 6% smaller at 61.4 square inches than the normal paddle hitting area of 65 inches squared. So does that seem to matter on the Yobe playing and performance? Just attributes? No. This paddle is still a really, really good paddle. You can do a lot of things with it. It's got plenty of room for two hands on a 6-inch handle, and you can really spin the ball and drive the ball with this paddle. It's a great paddle. And no, 6% is not changing a thing. Now onto the Ethos paddle at 57.32 inches squared. That is a much smaller hitting surface, and it really makes this paddle go through the air quicker. So it is 9% smaller than the normal paddle, and you would think that would make a huge difference. It doesn't really seem to. This paddle is, once again, really good. Your hitting area is relatively small if you're a better player anyway. So with the newer technology, the Ethos paddle, as we'll see shortly, the playability is not affected at all. So what does this mean on a smaller paddle, a smaller hitting surface? The actual shot dispersion on this new Ethos paddle is 9.49 or 9.5 inches squared. So do you need all that extra hitting space? Not really. If you can keep your shots to a certain area and hit them over and over again, once again, go back to my golf background. If you're hitting a blade and you're hitting that iron in the same spot over and over again, it actually makes your game better, makes it easier to maneuver through the air, shape your shots, It'll be the same thing in pickleball. As you can see, you only need that 9.5 inches squared. And honestly, I kind of drew that circle a little bit larger than it needed to be. It could even be smaller than that. And some of the better players are probably much smaller than that. As you can see, the performance and outcomes are not affected with the reduced surface area on these paddles. We're all familiar with the Selkirk Project 006. This has an ample sweet spot, easily accessible, great performance, yet the paddle is a little smaller. As long as you hit it in this area right here, you're going to have great spin, you're going to have great accuracy, everything is there. This paddle does a great job. The Yobe paddle, the Yobe Series 1, a great paddle. Plenty of room for two-handed players. And as long as you hit this ball, the ball anywhere in this area right here, you're going to get the outcomes that you expect. And this is quite a bit smaller. And the outcomes are still there because the new technology has not, it's allowed the sweet spot to remain the same as on a larger paddle. Even on the Ethos, this is a fun paddle to hit. It really, as soon as I get this out on the court, people will go, oh, the tiny paddle. It is smaller. It's quite a reduction, almost 10% reduction in surface area. Yet this paddle, as long as you hit it in this area right here, it's going to do exactly what you want it to do. It's still got nice velocity, still nice power, nice control, and great spin. This is a lot of fun to hit. I'm very curious whether you guys think paddles are going to change, if they're going to get smaller like in tennis, the tennis rackets did. In golf, the upper level players hit the blade irons. They are tiny. They're still going to be, I come from a golf background, there's still going to be the game improvement irons, all of that thing, and all of those things in golf. You're still going to have all of that. But I wonder if kind of the upper level players in pickleball might go to something a little smaller, gets through the air a little faster, they can shape their shots easier. Just wonder if that's going to happen. I'd love to hear your comments. Please hit like, please hit subscribe. Does size matter? It's the age-old question. Maybe not. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by.